I'm here at the beach in Amsterdam Rai, and we're at Money 2020, the speakers borrel drink, and I'm talking to Simon Black, and Simon is the CEO from PPro, and he's a payment processor. And I go like, okay, what's interesting? What can possibly be interesting about a payment processor? Because this whole industry is not very interesting in terms of innovation, but he is interesting because he's really going to make sure that Dutch people can easily pay with Ideal to all kinds of things like AliExpress or like Amazon and other things. International providers of e-commerce can provide, can pay with Ideal. How did you ever get into this whole Ideal world? Because I mean, nobody outside the Netherlands knows anything about it, right?
Yeah, but for the rest of the world, the Netherlands is important. You know?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
For the rest of the world, the Netherlands is important. I mean, we are just a comma. We're just a comma in the sales.
But you're an important little comma. No, seriously. I think Netherlands is on the radar of large e-commerce businesses that want to expand across Europe. And what they learn, not right away, at first they think, hey, everyone likes Visa, MasterCard, whatever. But what they learn pretty quickly is, you want to sell online in the Netherlands, you better offer your shoppers Ideal as a payment method.
And the big guys have really discovered that, hey, it's useful to accept Ideal. And
in e-commerce, they used to say in retail, the three most important things in retail are location, location, location. But in e-commerce, it's conversion, conversion, conversion. And what's proven for...
You can look at me, you don't have to look at them. They're there, but they're not there.
What's proven for... I thought you were nudging me that way. What's proven for online shopping is that, consumers can walk away from a basket. And when you're selling online, you go to so much effort, get people onto your site, get people to select a product, put it in the website, in the basket, go to the checkout. And then, if you don't offer them the way they like to pay, more than 50%
true. If you ask me,
will drop out.
More than 50%. And then Ideal in the Netherlands can improve your percentage with how much?
Oh, by 20 to 30%. It will increase conversion.
That's quite significant.
And
now,
that's why it's important.
The Dutch are buying online, and they're not only using Ideal, right? They're also using other stuff. They're still using credit cards and that kind of stuff?
Amazingly so, yeah. But yeah, absolutely. Some people still want to use Visa, MasterCard, PayPal. But Ideal has 56% of the market. Why? Because they've done a great job. It's simple, quick, and easy to use. But for us, it does. What's important is for e-commerce retailers, they want to make sure that they're reaching majority of the market. And what we do is, whether it's Ideal in Netherlands, Software in Germany, EPS in Austria, we integrate all of those onto our platform to make it manageable for payment service providers to integrate all of those, because it's a lot of work. It's a headache.
Okay, so you're creating a platform for the payment service provider. They are your customers. So tell me about PPro. Just PPro. What kind of company is that?
So first of all, PPro is a great company. We're not a boring payments company. We're a fun payments company. Our stand is a beach bar, which you're going to discover tomorrow. So
hey, life's a beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Also at Money 2020.
Yeah. Well, we have.
I mean, when did you start? What kind of products do you have?
Yeah, PPro was founded in Munich in 2006. We have 200 people today. We're growing very fast. We help people pay and get paid. So our issuing business helps.
It's like IGN.
Yeah, but
it's a little Dutch company. I mean, we're a little nationalistic about them. But are they okay as a competitor?
So they're not a direct competitor of ours. They're a great company, done an amazing job. I mean, a global success story for the Netherlands, and going to have their IPO.
Why are they not a competitor for you? What do they then do differently? Because I thought they do the same thing.
Because they do offer something similar, but we're actually serving their competitors. So we don't sell direct to the retailer like ADN do. We sell to other payments companies so that they can fill that gap of local.
So they are a big competitor. They are a competitor, but they are different. Yeah. They're a different kind of competitor. Okay, so you have 200 people, and how much billions do you process a year?
Billions, $3 billion a year. Yeah. So
that's a decent amount of money. But, and what is the cost? The average cost of a payment nowadays? Is that 1.5% or is it 2% or? What is the average cost for a retailer to have a?
It really varies, but Ideal is actually one of the low-cost payment methods, so it's really beneficial for the market.
Yeah. And that's really, I mean, they are less than a percent, or they're just a fixed amount, right? They don't have a percentage.
Correct. It's a fixed amount. It's more like a debit transaction. Yeah. So even a Visa debit card is a fixed amount rather than a percentage. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what are the big trends in the payment industry? You are standing here with a whole big booth here. What do you see as the big changes?
So it depends on your vantage point. You know, if you're selling online, it's all about omni-channel, so making sure the consumer can go offline too. It's about giving the consumer choice of payment methods. For payments companies, a big change in Europe is PSD2, which is a change in legislation. So it basically opens up consumers' account information.
Will that? I mean, that is one of the most interesting things, and it's coming up. Do you think that will have a big change, or does it need 3 or 4 years to get clear what it will mean?
I think it will have a very big impact, but it will take 10 to 20 years to really change things. So a little bit about like blockchain, which you're a big fan of. Blockchain is not going to change things radically in the next 2 or 3 years, but long term it will have a big impact. So changes in regulation are, but for payments industry businesses, you've got to start working on it now.
Okay, so I hope it will have a much bigger change in the next 5 years. I hope I don't have to wait for such a long time. Hey, you are a very aggressive modern company. Do you already help people process payments like Ethereum or like Bitcoin or something like that?
So we do process Bitcoin, yeah.
So Ethereum, you know, which is basically developed in Berlin. It's like, you know, it's almost 80% German.
So it's our local crypto. But no, we don't process Ethereum.
Come on!
The reality is that so far for general shopping, cryptocurrency hasn't taken off. It serves a very small community. You know, what's often more exciting, more impactful are the things we overlook. One of the biggest trends going on right now in payments is contactless. You know, but because you've known about it for a few years,
very big,
familiar, you don't think it's exciting. But actually, contactless alone is one of the things that will most kill cash. You know,
and moving into the mobile phone, except for Apple.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, people won't even need plastic, but you'll just wave your phone or whatever. So this is really happening now. Cash is really disappearing.
Apple Pay is going to be important, except for in England. Is it going to be important everywhere? Do you see it growing fast?
That's a great question. I don't have the answer. I think Apple Pay is not taken off as quickly as would have been expected. But it's got its fans, its customers. But what's for sure is ultimately everyone will be paying through some kind of wallet based on their phone like that.
Okay, so this was Simon, my first conversation. Simon Black from PPro on the beach here on the Rye, and tomorrow we'll see a lot more speakers. Interesting arena.